story in hopes of keeping kids from risking their lives. Local 4's Juan Gutierrez has more on his warning for kids. Juan?
Kathy, El Paso and Juan Munoz almost died from playing the game where teens choke themselves or others until they pass out. For years, Munoz said he didn't want to talk about the incident, but now that he sees kids are still doing this 15 years later, he wants to share his story as an example of how deadly the game can be. Juan Munoz carries a constant reminder of the day he almost lost his life, a scar in his face from where he was stitched 83 times after playing the pass-out game.
I was bored, really had nothing else better to do, was alone and figured I would play the game.
Munoz had played the game with friends before, where they choke each other until they intentionally pass out through hyperventilation. Munoz says when he played with friends, they would keep each other from falling. When playing alone, he thought he would fall on the bed, but that didn't happen.
When I went through with it, I ended up falling towards my fish tank.
Munoz says he barely missed slashing his throat by millimeters. He was unconscious for about 15 seconds and woke up covered in blood. He stumbled his way through the house trying to find help. His sister was the first to see him.
She was devastated, scared, and ran away. She ran out of our house, and she ran up the street to a neighbor's house, screaming.
Munoz's mom, Leticia, says her daughter was so shocked she couldn't speak. That's when Leticia saw her son down the hallway, seriously hurt.
But when I saw that half of his face was already hanging off of him, you know, I just took my shirt off and I just picked up his face and put it back on his cheek.
Munoz was taken to the hospital where he was stitched up and missed the rest of the school year. When he went back to school, he was called names, forcing him to sit in the back of the classroom to avoid ridicule.
But I always picked the back right desk where nobody would be on my right-hand side so that I could see everybody here and nobody could see me.
Munoz says he still gets stares and even gets asked about his scar. He says now he uses it as an example of just how dangerous the pass-out game can be.
Think twice. Think again. It's not the smartest move you're making. Think about exactly what you're doing as you're doing it. It's not a good idea. That can be your last breath.
Munoz says the worst part was seeing the look on his sister's face and his mother's face after his accident. He says he will always remember that and hopes kids will think about their loved ones before doing something that puts their lives in danger. Reporting live from the studio, Juan Gutierrez, Local 4 News.
Thank you, Juan. The New Mexico